5 leaks, 5 turning points, a stolen letter that birthed a nation, a telegram that plunged America into war, a briefcase that ended a presidency, a soldier who flooded the world with war's ugly truth, a contractor who proved the government was watching us all. Tonight, we follow the paper trail that rewrote history. Before we dive into the story, take a moment to like and subscribe, and help keep history alive.
The Hutchinson Letters Affair, 1773.
December 1772. London fog. Benjamin Franklin opens an unmarked packet. 13 letters fall out. Private words from Massachusetts Governor Thomas Hutchinson, urging London to crush colonial liberties with troops and abridgment of English rights. Franklin copies every page by candlelight, then ships them to Boston with a single warning: use carefully. June 1773. The letters hit print. Boston erupts. Samuel Adams reads them aloud in Faneuil Hall. Crowds burn effigies on King Street. Hutchinson's own mansion trembles under thrown rocks. January 1774. Franklin stands silent in London's cockpit, while Britain's elite jeer and call him thief. He loses his postmaster job. Hutchinson flees to exile. The damage is irreversible. Colonists now see London's true face, no longer protector, but jailer. Tea crates soon splash into the harbor. Muskets soon fire at Lexington. One quiet leak turned grievance into revolution. Franklin later wrote, "The letters did their work. The empire never recovered."
Thaddeus Zimmerman Telegram, 1917.
January 16, 1917. British Room 40 intercepts a coded cable from German Foreign Minister Arthur Zimmerman to Mexico. Attack America, regain Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. Britain sits on the secret for weeks, revealing it would expose their code-breaking. February 1917. President Wilson is quietly shown the decoded text. He authorizes release through U.S. channels, so Britain's hand stays hidden. March 1st. American newspapers splash the telegram across front pages. Public fury explodes. Isolationism collapses overnight. March 3rd. Zimmerman himself confirms it is genuine. German-American crowds burn German flags in Midwestern streets. Congress erupts in cheers when Wilson asks for war. April 6, 1917. America declares war on Germany. Doughboys sail for France. The telegram, 95 words, does what years of submarine attacks could not. It drags a reluctant nation across the Atlantic and tips the balance of World War I. One intercepted cable, one calculated leak, changed the century.
The Pentagon Papers, 1971.
March 1971. Rand Corporation analyst Daniel Ellsberg walks out with a briefcase containing 7,000 pages of classified Vietnam history. For years, he watched presidents lie, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, about a war they knew was unwinnable. He decides the public must see the truth. June 13th, 1971. The New York Times publishes the first installment. Headlines scream, U.S. secretly bombed Cambodia, rigged elections, hid casualty counts. Nixon's White House panics. A federal judge slaps an injunction, first prior restraint in U.S. history. Ellsberg goes underground. The Washington Post, Boston Globe, 17 papers total defy the government and keep printing. June 30. Supreme Court rules 6-3. The press wins. Copies flood newsstands. Public trust in government collapses. Anti-war protests swell. Nixon creates the Plumbers Unit to stop leaks, setting the stage for Watergate. One briefcase of secrets ends a war and a presidency.
Chelsea Manning and WikiLeaks, 2010.
May 2010. Forward Operating Base Hammer, Iraq. Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning sits alone in a plywood skiff. She has watched the collateral murder video, U.S. helicopter gunners laughing as they kill Reuters journalists and children. She downloads 750,000 documents, diplomatic cables, war logs, detainee assessments, onto a Lady Gaga CD labeled something something. February 2011. WikiLeaks begins releasing Cablegate. State Department secrets flood the Internet. Tunisian citizens read U.S. cables exposing their dictator's corruption, sparking the Arab Spring. American allies reel. Hillary Clinton calls it an attack on the international community. Manning is arrested, held 11 months in solitary. 2013. Court-martialed, sentenced to 35 years. President Obama commutes her sentence in 2017. The leak exposes civilian deaths, secret deals, torture cover-ups. It proves war's hidden cost and forces a global reckoning with transparency in the digital age.
Edward Snowden and NSA surveillance, 2013.
June 2013. Booz Allen contractor Edward Snowden boards a flight from Hawaii to Hong Kong with 4 laptops holding the NSA's crown jewels. Prism, X-Keyscore, millions of citizens' phone records collected daily without warrants. June 9. The Guardian and Washington Post publish the first stories. America learns the government is vacuuming every call, text, email. Verizon hands over metadata on millions. Tech giants are forced to open back doors. Snowden reveals himself on camera in a Hong Kong hotel room. The U.S. revokes his passport mid-flight. He is stranded in Moscow. Congress debates. Tech companies encrypt. Courts strike down bulk collection. The Patriot Act sunsets. One 29-year-old's leak ends the era of unchecked mass surveillance and ignites the global privacy revolution that still burns today. Keep history alive. Like, subscribe, and remember.